Well, it's obviously an exciting time. Opening days here, and with a lot of work's gone into this. And our players are excited, our coaches are excited. I'm sure our fans are excited as well. So we got a heck of a challenge in front of us with UNC Greensboro. We know they're going to be extremely well coached. A preseason pick to win the Southern Conference, and we know how difficult that league is. So we got our work cut out for us. It's a heck of a challenge this weekend. We'll need our fans, we'll need the home field advantage, and we'll need to play extremely well. Excited about putting Clark and Will and Adam out there to throw the 3 games, and we're going to have to play good defense behind them, and our relief pitchers are going to have to throw well. It's going to take a team effort to beat UNC Greensboro. We have the utmost respect for their program and their coaching staff, and we look forward to the weekend, but we obviously know that we're going to get challenged in a big-time way right out of the gate.
What does opening day mean for you? Is it the same jitters as a player and coach now?
Well, it's exciting. Yeah, there's only one opening day per year, and it's you're starting a journey with a group of young men that's put in a lot of time and effort and a lot of work, and it's just an exciting time. And it's something very, very unique about the feeling that you have around opening day, and it's here. We are excited. Our players are bouncing off the walls, and it's just time to get started. And we're thankful that we're getting ready to do it at home in front of our fans in great weather against a really quality team.
Chad, what are you most excited about? The fact that you're going to start another opening day, you're going to be back out in the field, or the potential of this team?
Well, it's all about the team and our players. Obviously, I'm awfully lucky to coach at South Carolina, and I'm more lucky to coach kids, the type of kid that I get to coach. And they worked extremely hard. They've kept their nose clean. They've done their work off the field. It's exciting for me because I've seen what they've done each and every day. I see how hard they work. I see the time and commitment they give. So it's exciting for them to go out there and, watch all their work come to fruition, and we get to see them play. And we're going to try to help them as much as we can. Obviously, our team does have a lot of potential. We do have some good players in our dugout ready to go, and I certainly look forward to watching them play.
Chad, what have you seen from Will Crow in the offseason, and how confident are you that he's your Saturday starter?
I was going to get one of you guys in trouble. Let's make sure it's not a big recruit. It actually is. No, I'm just kidding. Will has been he's been terrific. He worked extremely hard first and foremost. I mean, that's a tough rehab, but his velocity is better, his command is better, and his breaking balls have been better. Now, it's also been scrimmages and bullpens and that sort of thing. It's different when we throw in another team out there. So, but I know he's excited. He's put a lot of time and a lot of work into this. I think he's throwing as good as he's ever thrown, and I'm excited to watch him throw on Saturday. He was a highly recruited kid and has a chance to be a first-round draft pick. And he's healthy. He's throwing his fastball as hard as he's ever thrown it. And I like his pitchability right now more than he's ever shown from a command standpoint, working ahead of hitters and that sort of thing. So I'm excited to watch Will throw.
Keep him on a strict pitch count?
Yeah, I mean all our guys will be on pitch counts early on. We're not gonna push the 100 pitch mark, in February right now. But they can, they're going to get up to maybe 80, 85, see how they're feeling, but we won't go much north of that for sure. So, and that goes with Clark and Will and Adam. They'll be in that 80 to 85 pitch count range.
The fact that Will is currently regarded by scouts as a potential first-round draft pick, despite the fact he hasn't pitched off a mound in live action in almost 2 years. Does that speak to his ability and his work ethic? The fact he's so highly regarded despite all that.
Well, he's pitched against the mound against hitters in the summer, and he pitched for the Blowfish, and he certainly pitched against our hitters, and that's what scouts want to see, obviously, and they can gauge where he is from a rehabilitation standpoint, or where he is from a post-injury standpoint. In that setting, that's what they get paid to evaluate. And obviously, he's been very, very good in that setting, and I think that's why he's so highly thought of. Like I said, I mean, he's always competed. He's always been a bulldog out there on the mound with the way that he goes at hitters, and now he's doing it a little bit more. I think with a little bit more zip on his pitches and a little bit more command of his off-speed pitches, and hopefully we'll see good results from that.
How important was it for him to get the pitch last summer for the Blowfish and get that action before the start of fall camp?
Well, it was I think he'll tell you it was invaluable. I mean, he had to get out there and get over that psychological hurdle that comes with Tommy John, and anytime you have that surgery, the fear of letting it go, I don't care who you are, that exists. So you have to get over that hurdle, and pitching for the Blowfish allowed him to get over that big psychological hurdle of competing, and that his arm was okay, and that he could let it go. And I think toward the end of the summer, he was running it up there in the mid-90s, and at that point in time, he knew he was healthy and back.
Coach, what is it about Tommy John surgery that allows you to come back and throw harder than you did before?
I don't know, but I think what a lot of people say is because they really have to become so diligent in their rehabilitation, in what they do in the weight room, what they do with Brainerd Cooper, our medical folks, all the tubing, the exercises that they do from not only in the weight room but in the training room as well. I think just strengthens everything around. It strengthens the shoulder, it strengthens all their muscles in there around their elbow, and I just think they become stronger. I don't really think it has anything to do with the ligament, but I'm no doctor, so I do, and it's not that way for every kid. I mean, some kids don't come back better. And I'm thinking that Will's velocity is a little bit better because of the work he's put into it and the way he attacked his rehabilitation.
Chad, with Gene and DTW gone, what are the challenges with this lineup this year?
Well, I mean, we've got some new faces, but I think TJ Hopkins has been terrific. Danny Blair's been really, really good. We got some new faces with Cortez, and Riley Hogan's been swinging the bat extremely well. But I think a lot of our returning guys are improved. I think Chris Cullen's put on a lot of weight and led our team in hitting in the fall, and hitting the ball out of the park pretty regularly now, and hopefully that power will show up in some games. And Madison Stokes, I think, is a much improved hitter as well. Jonah Bride's stronger. We got some new guys, but I think our returners are improved. I think you'll see a new TJ Hopkins. I mean, I think the kid's got incredible talent. He's a crazy good athlete, but he's learning how to play the game. And last year he was trying to figure that part of it out, but I think he's ready to have a big year for us as well.
Is there any facet of this team that you're most maybe anxious about or eager to see how it's going to develop?
Well, I mean, we have a new middle infield, and Mooney and DC were terrific defensively, and nothing can make a terrific pitching staff average if you don't play defense behind them. So I think that's what I'm looking forward to seeing, is the way we play defense. Now, Madison Stokes and LT Tolbert and Justin Rowe and our middle guys have played great defense. They've been terrific in the fall, and they've been terrific in January. But now it's the new season. And so I think if you say, what are you anxious about? I'm anxious to watch them play because they're in a new position for the first time in this uniform. While I know they're talented and ready to go and have played at a high level, now they get to do it on a game day, and that's something they hadn't done yet.
With Madison, how hard is it to kind of do what he's done as far as making the switch over to shortstop?
Well, Madison's played. He's played shortstop his entire career before he got here. And last year he just filled in. We needed his bat in there, and he played first base. But he's always played in the middle, and he's always been in the middle in practice from time to time. So he was never far removed from shortstop. He was on game day, but he wasn't on practice time, or he wasn't in the summer, and he wasn't when he came down here to work. So he always had it in the back of his mind that he was going to be the shortstop here. And I'll be honest with you, I wondered if that was going to be the case. But boy, he's proven to me he's awfully dang good out there, and he's played at a high level and he's worked extremely hard. So I'm thrilled for him, and I know that he's a very, very talented middle infielder. Everybody talked about him in high school as being one of the top shortstops in the state and maybe the country. I've been able to see that over the last few months.
What about the balance of focusing on the next game, but also focusing on what obviously the ultimate goal is?
Well, we're just going to do one game at a time. I hate to use the coaching cliche, but that's just really what it is. And because our teams that we're playing are too good, if we start looking ahead, we'll screw up what's in front of us. We're not that good. We got some good players, but if we're not all locked in the present time and the game that we're participating in that day, it's going to be a struggle for us. So, if we can just take it one game at a time, play up to the best of our ability each and every day, try to improve in practice when we're not playing, and come down to the park every day with, energy, enthusiasm, heightened awareness, and a sense of urgency, I think we have a chance to have a special year. But I don't want to look toward June yet. You don't get to Omaha in February and March, but you have to play dang well to start the season, and you have to, take one step at a time. And the first step is, our first game against a really, really good team.
Does Matt Williams fit in? What does he bring to the table?
Matt Williams he's been terrific. He's played really good first base. He brings a steady leadership. He's a coach's son. He's really, won the opportunity to get, his fair amount of opportunities at first base or DH or wherever. He can play a number of positions. But Matt's going to be he's going to be a big time contributor to our team. I love his calming influence. I love the way he plays defense, and he'll have a knack for coming up with a big hit just because of his mentality and the confidence he has in himself.
God, is this the best pitching rotation you've had since you've been here?
I don't want to put labels on them and tell them that this staff hadn't thrown an inning yet in a season. They're a talented group, and I think that they have the talent to be exceptional. But putting them ahead of Michael Roth and Blake Cooper, that's and Matt Price. We're not going there yet. But let's just try to win the first one and see where we stand. But they are talented. They do have arm strength. They do throw the ball in there pretty hard. And I have a feeling from their competitiveness and the type of kid they are, they're going to give us a chance to win.
Chad, was it the inning workload that kind of got to Clark at the end of last year? Do you manage him any differently this time of the season? You try to prevent that from happening?
Yeah, I think I didn't handle it the right way all the time. I might have pushed him a little bit too hard early in the year. And maybe not. I look at myself pretty hard, and I don't know. He got a little tired. Maybe it was a high, workload. His innings were up toward the end of the year. It was obviously very, very hot, and he was throwing some important innings with our season on the line. But yeah, I'm gonna try to pace it a little bit better. We got a really good bullpen, and I'm gonna be really quick to turn it over. And they're to the Reed Scotts, the Josh Reagans, the Tyler Johnsons. I feel good about giving them the ball. So. It's a team thing, but yeah, managing Clark and Will and Adam to make sure they're fresh, middle to late of the year is going to be a priority of mine.
Chad, you just alluded to the fact that you have to remind the guys that it's one game at a time. As a coach, and with that big prize out there, everybody wants to get to Omaha. Do you have to kind of remind yourself sometimes that you can't just coach your way to Omaha? You got to take care of what's.
Yeah, it's easy for me. Now I can tell you, I don't know who we play next week. So and it's a one game at a time thing, and that's an easy thing for me. And I don't think we can be the team that we want to be, or I can coach the way that I want to coach. If I'm looking ahead to next week, next month, you can't do it. The teams that we play are too good. And our players know that. And a lot of our players have been through the rigors of our league. They understand the opponents that are on our schedule. And I think they get the fact that if we don't play our best each and every day or give it our best each and every day from a physical standpoint and mental standpoint, we're going to have some disappointments. And we can't just throw the balls out there and expect to win. We're not that good. We have some talent, but we got to be locked in as well.
Chad, is there a different feel?
Last couple of guys we have players started.
Is there a different feel coming into this season after going so far into the postseason last year than maybe 2 years ago when you didn't make the postseason?
I think there's a feel of we're certainly optimistic. We certainly have some players that have done some really good things. And we have some players that are highly thought of. Our team thinks they're pretty good. Our team has some confidence, but that being said, everybody thinks they're pretty good when you're sitting here and you haven't played a game. So, we feel good about our team. I feel good about our kids, and we're anxious to get started. And is it a different feel? It's exciting. It was exciting last year. It was exciting the year before. Yeah, it's exciting to start a journey with a new team. And luckily, I feel great about the ability level of our players, but I equally feel good about their character as well. And I'm awfully lucky to coach some good kids.
In addition to the players' lounge and for the media, like the extending the net and the flag and that kind of stuff, just a few little added touches.
Yeah, we did some added touches. The net's going to help, the safety of our fans. You guys are going to be accommodated big time here in a couple of weeks, and I'll make sure Andrew puts the turkey sandwiches out for you guys, and there's a lot of cold drinks and stuff like that. But it's going to be really, really nice. And our players' lounge, I think, will be one of the best spots for our players. So we're awfully lucky to have some great people that support our team and support our program, and we're willing to step up to the plate to ensure these things happen for our players, for our recruits, and for you guys on game day. So it's an exciting thing to keep improving upon what we already think is a great facility and a great place.
With the net, were there some foul balls and bats and stuff that were kind of a scary situation?
We had a number of them over the past couple of years. I think a bat hit a lady last year, and we've had a couple balls ricochet off some fans and spectators. And in this day and age with cell phones and stuff and people not paying attention each and every pitch, we just felt like we needed to do what we could do to protect everybody that comes to our games. And, you're seeing this a lot in the major leagues now and in professional baseball, and we felt like we needed to follow suit.
Do you have a lineup in your head for tomorrow and how many times you're going to change it?
I got 5 up on the board. I about took a picture to show you guys, and but No, I feel I got 13 players I really want in there tomorrow, and they all can't start. But who knows? They might all end up playing. But yeah, I do got a lineup in mind, and we'll probably have a couple different lineups this weekend. There'll be a core of people that play all 3 games. 6 or 7 of them will be in there all 3 games, but there might be 3 or 4 that rotate in and out a little bit, just so I can see them react, to see how they're going to react to game day and getting game experience against another team.
All right,
last one.
Has the warm weather this spring sort of maybe perhaps accelerated the development of the team? You don't mind the fact, guys, a lot of days have been like this.
Well, I think the pitchers will tell you that our velocities have been up a little bit, and I think it has to do with some the temperature. It helps. We're in baseball weather here. Our guys are excited about getting down to the park and practicing when it's this warm out and when it's this nice. And so the weather makes us feel like we're in baseball season, and it certainly puts everybody in a better mood, and it makes us be a little bit. We're not as guarded in regards to our pitchers throwing outside or the bullpens, and we've been able to have all our bullpens outside, and I think that's helped our players as well.